Hola, my amigos. K-Pasta, how's it going? Katie here. So this is gonna be my 2022 recap video. And today I wrote in a journal that I have. And this past year, it's a couple pages. So buckle up and get ready to hear all about my 2022. So in January, Bandanas and I cut ties. We went our separate ways, and that's all I have to say about that. January 26th is when I started my new job, and I started working at a school for autistic kids, or slash nonverbal autistic children. And it was also a school for kids with behavioral issues that got kicked out of public schools. Like, this one school was connected with like 12 different schools in the area, or like 10 to 12 schools. It was a lot. And if kids got kicked out of public school, they got sent to this school where they could have more like one-on-one attention to help with their behavioral issues, or, you know, find better ways for them to cope with things. And so yep, I was working at the school, and this was so awesome because it was literally right down the street from my house, and I thought that was really cool. And then so February, like I said, I started working at the school, and I rediscovered in February the bar that's also right next to the house, and my brother came with us. And let's see here, I'm gonna destroy. We put the bar in the basement. That's a kitchen island that I covered with Cardinals, Cardinals fabric, so that it looks like a whole bar. And then we have 2 bar stools. There's one, and I'm using the other one right now to film off of. So that's really awesome. Go, Smokey. Go. She's gonna destroy. Oh, there she is. And so Dylan went with us, so that was pretty cool because usually like we're not all together. So Dylan came with us. In March, I went wedding dress shopping for my dress. I went with my mom and my best friend that's in this state, because I have 2 best friends. I had 2 maid of honors, but the one that lives in my state went shopping with me to get my dress. And so that was awesome, so awesome. We went to Mia Grace Bridal, and that place was very rude. Like, I wanted to keep my dress at around $1,000. I didn't want to really spend more than that unless I absolutely loved it. Which, you know, you want to set a budget and try to maintain that, right? Well, they told me that maybe I should go look at their discount store. And I could not believe that. They only said it to me because I mentioned my $1,000 budget. You might want to go to the discount resale shop. No, thank you. So absolute trash. They really set me off. And then they called me back and they were like, we'd love to have you come into the store. Like, the owner will work with you, and all this kind of crazy crap, trying to get me back after they insulted me. So yeah, the place ended up being really nice. And my dress was the one solid black dress that I tried on. I tried on every single dress that came in solid black. And in case you don't know me, hi, I'm Katie. I'm the Halloween baby. So my wedding dress was going to be solid black. As soon as I knew, like, this ring was on my finger, I was like, black dress. So, and then we went to David's Bridal. And that place was trash, was absolute trash. So I found one dress on the website I wanted to try on. I knew it came in black, and I know most display dresses are white because normal people don't want a black dress for their wedding, okay? So I understood that I was trying on white dresses that came in black. Well, this lady never came back. You literally put the dress on yourself, you took it back yourself, you tried on everything, zipped yourself up. Like, it was the worst. Like, why do they even have people if they're not gonna help you? I didn't get that one. So we walked out in the middle of my appointment, and I found my dress at Mia Grace Bridal, the other store. I started working at the bar in March, and that's a couple towns over on Main Street, and that was pretty cool. Hey. And they had this thing called Whistle Watch because there was train tracks right in front of the building. Like, you had to go across the train tracks to like continue around the downtown area. And so anytime a train was coming by, it was Whistle Watch, and drinks were like 50% off or something like that. It was really cool. And so anytime the train was going by, everyone was like, Whistle Watch, Whistle Watch. So that was kind of funny. We got our engagement photos done in March, and that was awesome. We went down to Columbia, and we went to a park, and then we also did photos downtown, so it was really cool. In March, my mom also tried boba for the first time, and she said it was mango balls. Mango balls. Smoky. Let's see. Mango balls. In April, I started working at McAllister's. I got hired. I put in my 2 weeks at the bar. The bar told me not to come back my last week. You know, it was craptastic. And so I got hired by McAllister's, and the 4th was my first day, and I trained at a different store before I went to my home store. And I did 5 weeks of training at the other store before I saw the people at my store one time, and then got hired and sent to the other store for 5 weeks. And so when I got to my store, like my actual home store, after the 5 weeks of training, you would have thought I entered into like a parallel universe or something. Literally every single thing I learned in training, it didn't exist at my store. It did not exist. Smokey, you are not going to be able to be up there if you're not going to be good. April 3rd, my brother sent me a photo of him with his boyfriend, and that was so awesome because it was great for them to, you know, meet up in person and everything. And so he sent us all a photo and put it on Facebook, and I saved the photo. And I did ask him if I was allowed to share this information because I don't know where he's at with, you know, whatever. And so he said that it was all good to go ahead and share that. Him and his boyfriend did get to meet finally in person, and we all got the photo, and so that was super awesome. And I don't know, I love my brother and love his boyfriend. Like, they're awesome people. So I just love that. It's so cute. In May, in May, I started to realize that my dog Bella, the German Shepherd, the last German Shepherd, like, I started to realize, like, it was her last year. I knew she wasn't really gonna make it past this year. This was the year, you know? And so I started taking every opportunity I could to go to mom and dad's, like, at least once a week. I would, you know, give her extra love, hugs, kisses, good old dog pats, because they like it when you're like, you know what I mean? Like, they like that. It was funny. And so I started taking every photo chance that I got, and I have so many pictures of her from this past year, and it's really important to me that I realized and started going over there more and taking more photos with her because, yeah. In May, so I guess May is when I started my home store after my 5 weeks of training. And like I said, I didn't do anything I learned in training. So I literally didn't do anything I learned in training, ... LOL. So in June, so one of the funny things that happened in June is, so like, there's the smallest tree line like you can see the people's houses behind us. There's a little creek that goes through both sides. But for some reason, there was the biggest issue with raccoons. The biggest issue. Like we had the whole problem last year. Like they got in the trash, put stuff all over the yard. It was disgusting. So then we started getting like sprays and things that you can like put in the trash that like turn them away so they don't destroy the trash cans. Well, we went outside one day and Sal was about to go to work and he runs back in the door and he's like, hey, you need to come here, like bring your camera, you need to see this. Well, I walked outside and there was a family of raccoons. A family, like there was like 6, 7 of them and the mom. And the mom's just like on top of the trash cans staring at us and the babies are just running around. There was like 4 of them underneath my husband's truck. And I'm like, the mom's like making direct eye contact with me and I'm like, ma'am, like you've got to go to work, you got to get your family away. And then they ran past the side of the house and the mom's still on top of our trash cans. And I couldn't help but think like, go to Safety Kids, I'll get us dinner. It was funny. They were really cute. Like if I could have a pet raccoon, I totally would. They were really cute. But we actually didn't really have many issues after that with them because of all the precautions that we were taking to like keep them out of our trash cans. In June, we also went on our 3rd cruise, but it will be Sal and Maria's 1st cruise. And we were on Mariner of the Seas for Royal Caribbean. And it was the first Royal Caribbean cruise that we've ever taken. And we went to, well, let's see. We drove and then June 5th, we were at the hotel. The 6th is when you got on the boat. We stayed at this kind of sketchy hotel, but it was literally like, here's the hotel. Here's Waffle House. Yeah, you heard me right. Waffle House. And so it was like not 2 in the morning. It was like 12 something. And when we got to the hotel and we were like, ooh, like Waffle House is open. So we went and had dinner at Waffle House right next to the hotel because why not? We drove from Missouri to Florida. So it was time for food. I don't even know. It was so funny. We went to Haiti, Labadee, Haiti. And we did a walking tour there. I wanted to do that excursion. I was so looking forward to going to Haiti because my like name on TikTok is Katie Haiti. And like, I don't know, when I saw that we were going there, it was like the one place, like I was like, that's my place. Like that's the one I want to go to. And I was most excited. It was the first stop. And so I paid for all of us to do a walking tour around the island. Right, wrong. So my sister-in-law had a heat stroke. A heat stroke. Like I'm talking just, she wasn't there. She was like just, heat stroke. Heat stroke. We're in Missouri. Like our summers here are 120 degrees, but I guess it was too hot there. But she also wore leggings to the beach. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. But yeah, so she has a heat stroke. Mom and dad take her back. I'm like losing my shit because I'm like, is she okay? Like, what's going on? I paid for this. Like, she was walking. Can she not walk anymore? Like, I was so confused. But no, she was down for the count. And so on that one. And then in Puerto Rico, we went to Puerto Rico, San Juan, and there's this video on my Snapchat, and we're back on the boat, like disembarking from San Juan, Puerto Rico, and I'm like, Dylan, say bye Puerto Rico, and he's like, bye Puerto Rico. It's so funny. But yeah, we just walked around there. We went and there's like a historical site, and it's maybe like a mile after you get off the boat, but we walked to it and it wasn't open. But you can kind of see like all of like, these other ruins and things that they built. There's like a moat, super cool. Like there's a lot of free things that you can go and walk around to. So even though the one thing wasn't open, you could still see there was like a ground level, and then you would like go inside to it. Like I don't even know what it was, but I mean, free is free. So it was pretty cool. And we went to Walgreens out there. I remember that because I don't remember why, but I went to Walgreens in Puerto Rico. And then we went to St. Martin, St. Martin. I don't know how you would say that. I'm from Missouri, so. And we took a shuttle boat to the beach. Now, I love the tiny boats on the water. Love it, love it. I think they said it was supposed to be like 20 minutes. There's no way it was 20 minutes. Like, it could have been like 3 hours and it felt like 20 minutes. You know what I mean? I love tiny boats on the water. And so it was like $7. $7, and you could take it as many times as you wanted. Like, back and forth from like the mainland to the beach. Oh, and I think it was St. Martin, to where it was like, oh, I'm gonna mess it up. It's like half French, half American, or something like that. I'm pretty sure at least one of half is French. And it's like, this is this side, this is this side. And this, like, I don't think they were like the best of friends, but like, it's really cool to see that like there's multiple, like, I don't even know, languages and things like that are all out there. Like, it was really cool. And I believe in St. Martin is where we got our colognes, or perfume and cologne. So now I have like a signature scent, and that's kind of cool to know that that's where it originated. Excuse me. Oh, and then we went to St. Croix, and I don't remember what happened in St. Croix. We did see a lizard not a lizard, oh my lord, an iguana. Because the iguanas are everywhere. They're everywhere all the time. Huge, I'm talking like this big, giant, lime green, just wandering around on the floor. Like, they just wander around. And then we went to the Bahamas. And it was the perfect day at Coco Cay, and honestly, that place is outrageous. Like, go find the free little tiki huts that feed you at almost all of these places. They give you juice and water free. And there's a lot of places that have like buffets. Where the Bahamas had the buffet, and it was like a free beach. And so we had our stuff over here, and we saw the like hut thing. And we were like, oh, okay, well, we're gonna go into that hut to get some food, and it was free. Pours. I mean, it poured rain. Like, I'm not talking like a little sprinkle. No, it was a downpour. You were soaked. It was like you were swimming, but you were walking back to the chair. Like, insane pouring. And then it was fine. Then you could get back in the water and go swimming again. Like, it didn't make any sense. But then we're sitting there like, wringing out our towels because they're soaked. Crazy. And then so my brother has dreads, and where was it? St. Croix. We smoked on the beach, and we all have medical cards in my family, so it was really crazy. But like, it's legal there, and usually when anybody sees that my brother has dreadlocks, they just assume that he's a smoker just because he has dreadlocks. And so they were like, hey man, do you want something? And then my mom was like, what? You're telling me I can smoke a doobie on the beach? And so we got to smoke on the beach, and that's crazy to me because like, they noticed my brother, and then my dad was like, oh, and then we were like, yeah. And so we got to smoke on the beach, which is crazy because like, that's, you know, you don't do that in the States. So we're just sitting there in our lawn chairs on the beach, just like, and it was so cool. It was so cool. And like, none of us could believe that it actually happened. We're like, did that do? Yeah, it did. So that was crazy. All right. Oh, also in June, we went to Pride, and my brother invited his friend Johnny. And so Johnny came with us for the first time, and he had so much fun. I don't know, I don't know how to word that, but he came with us. He had the best time. Like, he was like, thank you so much for bringing me. Like, thanks for taking me to this, because like, he's never been before. And like, if you don't go to St. Louis Pride, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because we went like 3 years now, and it is so amazing every time. More and more vendors, more and more everything, just like, excuse me, the concerts. Actually, there are concerts. That's not wrong. There are different like stages in different areas, and there are people on stages doing things. Crazy. It was so fun. It was so awesome. I wore all my rainbow stuff because I got a rainbow shirt from the cruise, and then I had a rainbow bandana. So always support, always support. In July, we got our dog, Sadie. Do you love Sadie? No. Sadie, like, doesn't care about the cats. She wants to be friends with them. Smokey is like, go away from me. Go away. She's like an only child, okay? Like, she'll deal with any of the other pets that I buy, because I gotta, you know, she was the first one, okay? So she's seen the pets. But, I think she gets a little annoyed. And she's like, ugh, Mom, what is that? So we got the dog, Sadie. And then, not long after I got the dog, I, took it to Winsville with me, and I had the window propped just a little bit, and she pushed the window down and fell out the window with her collar on, like attached to the inside of the car, just pushed it down while I was taking a turn and went out the car. She's perfectly fine. Like, she's big enough, she's like a medium-sized dog. So from her jumping outside the door, like, she was touching the ground. So she wasn't like hanging there. She wasn't strangling herself, to say. And it was just like an immediate cars in park in the middle of turning in an intersection, just like everybody, oh my gosh, my dog. And so there's like people coming from both directions. Everybody stopped to help me. So someone parks their car over there, also in the middle of a lane, runs to help me. Oncoming traffic stops, runs out to help me. And they're like, sweetie, get in, like, put the dog back in the car, lift it into the car. And she would not let me walk to the other side of the car with her, like, with the window down, because she pushed it all the way down. And so she, this lady stood at the passenger side of my window, petting the dog until I got into the driver's seat. She's like, go around, get in your car, roll the window up, until I turned and rolled the window up. And she, oh man, I was so mad. I thought it was dead. And I mean, it was like right after we got her. So thank God she's not dead. She's just stupid. And I guess she was never in a car before. Oh, she's from a shelter. And so, yeah, we got her this July 6th. In August, oh, I forgot to tell you. So after the cruise, I got COVID. That should have been part of here. Yeah, like fresh after the cruise, like we went home with COVID, but it didn't hit us until like 3 or 4 days after being home. And I knew it was gonna happen. Like, so literally the first port, Haiti, you remember Haiti? As soon as we got back on the boat, people were already testing positive for it. And so each night they would go through and be like, oh, well, we have this many positive cases on board. There's this many positive cases now. And it was like 8 to 10 or something like that, maybe by the end. And it was literally impossible to like maintain everything with everybody touching everything. So we got COVID. Me and my husband got COVID. Maria, my sister-in-law who lives with us, she did not get it. Mom, Dad, and Dylan were fine. They did not get it. And then Uncle Brad got it. And I think maybe my grandma got it, I'm not sure. But it like hit random people. It didn't make any sense. But, and my boss, because I was at McAllister's, just really, like, I had to be the one to introduce COVID back into the building, because they like hadn't had cases in forever. And I heard something to like the extent that if somebody got COVID, the entire store would have to wear masks, plural, again. And so it had to be me. We didn't have to wear masks anymore. Like, everyone's got their stuff, and it's not, you know, we didn't have to do that. But Oh man, it was just like a whole ordeal. And so I quit. I quit McAllister's, literally texted the GM and was like, hey man, I think it's best for me and my mentalness and the building and this company as a whole that like I don't come back. And so I did it. And he was like, just drop off your key when you can. Thanks. And I was like, thanks. I'll drop it off when you're not there. But like, yeah, no, it was not good. If it was similar to what I did in training, maybe things would have been a lot better, but it did not make any sense. It was like I went to a new planet, but it's the same company. I don't get it. In August, I started my current job, which I am still at, and I'm a server, host, and do to goes and whatnot. And then Mom and I went shopping in August for Mom's Mom and the bride outfit. My mom did not want to wear a dress. She kept talking about wearing a like a sweatsuit, like a tracksuit. So we found Mom a what is it? It's like a jumpsuit. Like it's all one piece, but it was like spaghetti strapped, and so it was like sleeveless and had like a lower back, like a more open. And I mean, she looked amazing. All I asked is that the mom representatives just wore like the, what was it, forest green. Yeah, it was forest green for the moms, orange for all of my girls. Laura, my out-of-state best friend, she was the other maid of honor, and her dress was terracotta. And then Holly's dress, the one that bestie that lives in this state, what was hers? Hers was burnt orange, and then everybody else's was pumpkin spice orange. But Holly's burnt orange looked really similar to them. Like there, you can see it's like a shade different, but it wasn't the best. Okay, like it really looks like Laura's just like the one wearing a different colored dress. But I loved it. I think everything turned out good. All the guys had a black suit to match me, white undershirts, and either orange bow tie or an orange tie with orange pocket squares. Like it looked 10 out of 10, amazing. August 10th, my brother took me to the Machine Gun Kelly concert, and that was amazing. That guy knows how to put on a show, okay? Like he literally ran up the aisle and was in the aisle at our row. He was like 6 people away from us. Like that was the first time I've ever went to his concert, and I only know one song by him. I still don't even know anything he played at the concert. I couldn't tell you. And but it was like, he's a good entertainer, that's for sure. Like there's a lot of money being used in that show, so it's really good. It was awesome. So if you ever get a chance to see Machine Gun Kelly live, go do it. Doesn't matter where your seat is, it's gonna be worth it, even in the nosebleeds. He came in on a helicopter, all right, y'all, like in a building, and it shot fireworks and confetti. It was crazy. Oh, I did put on here, thanks bro for everything. That's including the concert. My brother just hits me up. He's like, hey, I have tickets, you want to go? And I'm like, sign me up. So the 13th was our wedding shower at our house. That was awesome. We had our friends and family over, had some snacks and some drinks, you know. The 22nd, I picked up my dress from the Mia Grace bridal, and I finally got to do I said yes to the dress crap, you know, because like I didn't really have that opportunity before. And so I did it whenever I picked it up, and that was cool. The 24th of August, my brother Dylan, he had his art, The Subconscious Realm, in Art St. Louis, and so that was really cool. And we tried to make a point, me, Mom, him, and Dad, to go together whenever they do like openings that are displaying his art. So I always try to be available so that I can go support him as well. So that was one of them. September, I took my dress to this place, it's called Wedding Wish List, and they I have like things that you can rent, like prom dresses, bridal dresses, suits. Like we rented all our suits from there. And they did my alterations. Now my alterations was like literally adding a new customization to my dress. Like, oh my Lord. So my sleeves were customized. The dress was like a spaghetti strap, and I added sleeves on the lace black sleeves. And so they had to add that. That was $300 extra. And then it was $415 for them to alterate my dress. $415. That's like, what? What? And my dress altogether was almost $2,000. It was like 18 or something like that, 19. And I'm just like, the whole time, like, why did those people insult me? Like, I spent $2,000 on a dress. Yeah, after everything, but still, like, created a dress. They were savages. September 17th, my brother took me to our first concert at the Pageant in St. Louis. Now that place, that's the place to have concerts. Yeah, it's a lot smaller, but you can walk around. The bar is literally as long as the building is, like the room length, the bar is that long. Just walk up bar. There's like 20 stations. Like, it's amazing. You shouldn't have to wait. There's 2 bathrooms for each, and they're like opposite sides of each other so that not everybody has to go to one bathroom in the middle and just sit in line. Like, that, you didn't actually kind of have to wait in line, but that was gonna happen. That was gonna happen. There was 2 opening bands. Nope, 4 opening bands maybe. And then it was Less Than Jake and Bowling for Soup. And the Pageant, you can do general admission, and you can go, if you get there early enough, like you can have a sit, like you can sit at a table, you know, you've got a good spot. If not, you're gonna be standing, but anybody can go walk in the pit. So if you're willing to stay in the pit, you can be in the pit the entire time. So when Less Than Jake started playing, after all the cover bands, you know, we had a drink or whatever, we'd start making our way down to the pit. Well, we're in like the middle of the pit. And then somehow we get shoved to the back of the pit. And so my brother was like, I really want to like go up front. And I'm like, Dylan, I really want to be like at the bar for Bowling for Soup, like at the guardrail. And so I was like, hold on, because I'm a savage. I'm a savage. And so like, if I got a set, like, I'm not gonna be scared in that moment. And you know, I had a drink or two. So I'm like, hold on, bro, I'm gonna pull us through these people and we're gonna get as close as these people will let us get. And we literally, like, I'm at the guardrail. I'm a shorty. My brother's like a foot taller than me. And so my brother's right behind me and I'm on the bar because I knew he could see, but I wouldn't be able to see if he was in front of me and I would not make it. And so we were on the stage for Bowling for Soup, and that was amazing. And the entire concert was great. Free parking 1 block away. Like, the entire thing was just so, it worked out so great. So I'm really thankful for that. And I have the best brother that introduces me to new music, and now one of my favorite songs is The Science of Selling Yourself Short by Less Than Jake. If you haven't heard it, go listen to it because it's a bop. So September 25th. This one was really awesome. So my brother invited me to a retirement party for somebody at his work. Well, Dylan, like, he is a really good local St. Louis artist, and he's been in a couple shows this year and last year. And a lot of the people that he works with, like, they know of his art. They know about it. They've seen it. Well, this guy that was retiring invited Dylan and like a bunch of friends and family over as just like a huge get together for him. And he literally called my brother out, pulled him in the middle. Everybody's just, you know, around. And he was like, you guys have to check out this kid. Like, he is going places. He is like way ahead of his time. He has already been in art shows. Like, he's like, now he has a tattoo gun, so he can use his art as like, if he wanted to ever tattoo, like, he probably could. And he's got all these other like art pieces and like all these different things. And the guy was just like hyping him up, and it was the nicest thing ever. Dylan brought one of his pieces, and he held it up and was showing like everybody in the crowd, and the guy was just like, look at these details, and everybody wanted to see it, and Dylan felt so like important, so happy, so appreciated. And it was just really awesome to see, because like I'll forever be Dylan's like biggest hype person. Sorry bro, but you're stuck with me for life, so whatevs. So I thought it was really awesome to see. It was really awesome. October. I think it says went to the crystal shop. I went to the crystal shop. Yeah, that's in St. Charles. I don't go there very often, but I know the shop, and when I go out there, if I'm near the strip, I'm going to the crystal shop. Love them, love the people that work there. It's always the same people every time. That guy's amazing. Like, AP Lord right there. And so it was really cool. And then I went down to the landing. I don't know what you would say, what you would call that, but yeah, that's where it was. And I was sitting on a tree because I'd never seen it that low, and I was sitting on a tree that used to be in the water, and it was like 40 feet long. It was crazy. It was awesome. No, the 11th of October, I got my dress back, and it was great because they really had to make like a whole new dress. And when I paid that off and I had it, October 12th was our rehearsal dinner. We had our rehearsal dinner and rehearsal at the dinner was at Rizzo's, and then we ran through everything at the venue, and our wedding was 16th, but the soonest that we could do it. So our wedding was a Sunday, and then like, you know, you do your rehearsals that week. Well, there was a Friday wedding, and so like they had the closer days to theirs, so ours was kind of like earlier in the week instead of like closer to the wedding, but it all worked out. It all worked out. October 15th. Oh, the 15th, a whole bunch of the girls that I worked with at Bandana's, like we're all pretty still, we all talk to each other. We're all like, we know what's happening in each other's lives. Like, we are supporters. That's really how I feel, because we all support each other, even though like more than half of us aren't even there anymore, but like that's just where we originated. And so, you know, support is support. And they wanted to go out to dinner with me. They wanted to do just them and me as like just a girls' day the day before my wedding, and so that was really cool. And so we did that, and there was like, I don't know, like 6 of us, maybe 6, 7, I don't even know. And so that was awesome. We went to Cyberg's, and yummy in the tummy. Then we came back to the house, and I freaked out until midnight, and then they left, and I was like, oh my God, I'm getting married today. October 16th, I became a wife. Oh, it's not gonna show. I really, hold on a second. I need a drink. They are big, because I have little tiny baby hands. But it is, there you go. It's a salt and pepper diamond, and then the band has diamonds and 2 little salt and peppers on the side. And it's from Etsy, because I didn't need anything too fancy, and I didn't want straight diamonds. I really did know that I wanted the teardrop, but I was looking at a lot of black like diamonds and stones and things, so he did so good. So good. But the 16th was our wedding, right? So I was late showing up, so we didn't get to get really like our getting ready photos, which was something, but we were still getting ready at my house. So, you know, what do you do? So let's see, Sal forgot the marriage license at the house, so he had to go back and get it. Then we're like, it's game time, right? So I'm a nervous person, and when I get nervous, I gotta go to the bathroom. If you relate, you relate. It's anxiety. And so I'm like, oh my God, what do you mean? Like, it's time to go. I'm like, I gotta poop. Like, we gotta take me in my dress, because I can't, like, I was so worried about pooping my pants. I would never actually do that, but like, you don't know. It could happen. And so, I had nails on, but we put my nails on right before we walked down the hill to like get ready to line up to walk in. Literally going to the bathroom, everything's good. Lifting up my dress, thumbnail pops off. Pops off. They're glued on. I maid of honor puts it in her bra and says, "You're fine. Let's do this. Let's get you married." And I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I'm a disaster, but it's fine. Like, I wasn't freaking out or anything. I'm just like, she says, "You got this. Let's go." Then they forgot my ring, or his ring, whoever's ring they had, his ring. Yeah. And so we're literally at the ceremony, and I'm staring, and my cabin, the girls' cabin, is on this side. Here's my husband. Here's me, bridesmaid, running from the cabin down. And I'm just sitting there like, what happened? Who did we lose? What's going on? They forgot the ring. They forgot the ring. And there is a photo of my two maids of honors looking at each other while I'm looking at my soon-to-be husband. And it was in that moment they knew that they didn't have the ring. So she snuck out the side and back up to the cabin to get it, and then snuck back in and got back in the spot. It was great. It was so funny. I needed that. Like, made it just a little less serious, you know? It was great. And I feel like the entire thing lasted 5 minutes, but it was supposed to be like 30 minutes. But I just kept staring at my husband. But not like even at him, just through him. I don't know. And I'm just like, don't pass out, don't vomit, don't poop your pants. Like, you're almost done. All right, kiss. Don't mess up the kiss. The 31st was my 26th birthday. Your girl is 26. Happy Halloween, you know? November, we did Thanksgiving at my cousin's house. That was really fun because we haven't seen her house yet, so it was really awesome. We played a bunch of games, had a lot of food, and there's group shots everywhere, so it was great. It was great. In December, I came home from work one day, or mom and dad's late one night, and there was ambulances, fire trucks, and a bunch of other vehicles. And I thought someone died, because it wouldn't be the first time that I've pulled onto my street and there was 7+ cop cars. But the last time that happened, then people across the street literally got shot. So I was like, oh my Lord, like, who passed now? Like, what happened? And it was a parade. It was a parade at like 7, 8:30, 9 o'clock. Did not make any sense in the middle of a weekday. Like, it was like a Wednesday, you know what I mean? Like, no sense at all. Absolutely not. It was really cool because it went through the streets of the neighborhood, but it didn't make any sense and nobody knew about it. They just showed up. The 10th of December, we went to Robin and Chris's house for their Christmas party. That's the Sal's friends from work, and so we went over there. That was a good time. We definitely were part of the group shots, and it was great. It was a fun time. We also played the games there, and we did Secret Santa, so that was really awesome. Christmas Eve. Oh no. So the 20th. Yeah, we're gonna back up one. The 20th of December. I had just gotten off work. No. I had either just gotten off work or I was off. And I believe I was off. And my mom messaged me and she was like, hey, you need to come say goodbye to Bella because she's not gonna make it. And I was like, oh my God. So I was like, okay, thanks for letting me know. I'm gonna go get her last bone so that she has, you know, a piece of love from me. So went and got her a bone. And I got her a big pork bone because it's the last bone. It doesn't matter. Like, if it does anything, she's already being put to sleep. So, go out with a bang, Bella. Enjoy your bone. That fly is making me angry. And so, I gave her the bone. I'm giving her all this love. Brought her a blanket. Gave her a bunch of other treats just so she knew how much I loved her. Just because I'm not there doesn't mean I don't love her. Like, I don't live there anymore, so. And then Christmas Eve, we went to my aunt's house, and as we we have names every year, and we find out in like June or whatever. And then I had my grandma this year, and I made her a photo album of the past like 4 or 5 years of vacations. And it's really cool because it like not only is the different things that we've done, because 2018 was a cruise, 2019 was Tennessee. No, 2019 was Florida. 2020 was like the Ozarks. 2021 was Tennessee. And 2022 was another cruise. So it's really cool. And then also like my husband came in 2018, but he didn't go on vacations until 2019. And then my sister-in-law, because like we're like a 3-pack at this point, she didn't come in until 2021. And so it's really cool because you can like see everybody. And then the 25th, we went over to my parents' house for Christmas, and nobody could come out to put Bella to sleep, and the ground was too hard to bury her in the backyard because it was the week of Christmas and because Missouri sucks and it was freezing. So, Bella made it until Christmas, and all I asked was for one more Christmas with her, and she made it. And so that was all, you know, I was so happy to have that like extra day with her. Well, the 28th, Bella went to dog heaven. She was put to sleep, and I gave her a chocolate kiss because it said, they have one of those jars where it's like, no dog should go to heaven without like having a kiss or a taste of chocolate. And so it's just like giving her this like little Hershey kiss. And she was like the last big dog that they're gonna have, because now they have, what is it, the red heeler. Now that's their biggest dog, and the Yorkie. No. But I said, no, don't come down here. And but yep, that was a horrible time. And then when was the 6th? I don't know what day it is. But the 6th is when I got to pick up Bella's paw prints, and they were supposed to give us 2, and they only gave us 1, and so that sucked. But I don't really think there was a point, a moral, a meaning to come out of this year. It was fun. It was hit or miss on certain things, but altogether it's like the people that wanted to be here came, they showed up. So you really know who's your people, I guess, whenever you have important things, and if you invite them, they show up, you know what I mean? So all you have to do is just show up for your people. Yep, I hope 2023 is better. Adios, my amigos. Bye.